Hello, and welcome back to the Super Mario Maker Show. Unlike the last Super Mario Maker Show episode, we actually have a more bittersweet topic to talk about. Last episode I talked about the end of Super Mario Maker 1, but today, on this episode of the Super Mario Maker Show, today, June 28th, 2024, marks the 5th year anniversary of Super Mario Maker 2, and I kind of just wanted to talk about it today, see what's happened in these past 5 years, and everything that's happened. So grab a snack, do whatever you're going to do, and let's just get started with this episode. Firstly, I want to talk about some special things that I'm going to do for the 5 years of Super Mario Maker 2. Obviously, I'm doing this video where I talk about the 5 years of SMM2, but if you go on my profile, you will see that by now I would have posted a brand new level. It is my first music level. It's a recreation of the Mario Maker 2 title theme. I don't have the exact ID for it now. My maker ID is 8N8C618YF for all of my levels, but yeah, the fact that Super Mario Maker 2 is half a decade old is just crazy to me. I'll never forget me walking to GameStop, or well, not actually walking to GameStop, but driving there, then going to GameStop to pick up the game. It was just so nice. I was just so excited to play this game. I loved Mario Maker 1 back when I had my Wii U, and Mario Maker getting a sequel was super great. Now, here's the thing. My story with Mario Maker 2 is really strange. I got it day one. I played through the story mode for a long time, but after I beat the story mode, I kind of forgot about the game and I quit the game for a couple months. However, I did come back to Mario Maker 2 around late August after multiplayer versus became like a very popular thing in the game. So I was like, yeah, I'll give it a try. And then I just became, I played it a lot. It became my most played game, and well, I wouldn't have this channel if it wasn't for Mario Maker 2, because Mario Maker 2 is such a fun game for me, and it's amazing to see how much it's grown. And yeah, now of course, let's talk about what Mario Maker 2 did that was like super impactful and why I think it is one of the best Mario games ever. The first thing is, it really is Mario Maker 2. It really is a sequel to the first Mario Maker. It literally takes almost everything from Mario Maker 1 and completely expands it. You want more themes? We got more themes. You want more power-ups? We got more power-ups. We got more modes? We got more modes. It is absolutely insane how much was added to this game. More stuff, especially with the updates. Don't even get me started on those updates. The updates were absolutely packed with things like the Master Sword, SMB2 Mushroom, the Koopalings, Pokey, Spikes, so on and so forth. It was great to play. It was just so good to see all these updates coming together for the game, and it was honestly just super, super fun to see all this happen. And with that, even on the base game, we had so much to do. So much to make. Slopes were a big thing requested for Mario Maker 1 to come to Mario Maker 2, and we got it. And I actually rewatched the original announcement trailer for Mario Maker 2, and it was really fun to see. And I remember when it was announced back in February of 2019. And yeah, so now that we've basically talked about, what Mario Maker 2, Mario Maker 2 basically expanded on things, let's talk about the modes that it has, which is a lot. You, of course, can make levels. There's network play, where you can play multiplayer co-op and versus with people online, which is the first time a mainline Mario game you can play online with other players. We had Endless Challenge, which is the successor to 100 Mario Challenge from Mario Maker 1. You still have your leaderboards and your courses, so you can go sort by popular, new, and hot courses. We have Ninja Speedruns, which is a successor to event courses from Mario Maker 1. And then we have Super Worlds. We have an actual world maker where you can literally make your own Mario game. I still think that World Maker was an amazing addition to Mario Maker 2. And it definitely allows players who want to put together their worlds, put together a whole compilation of all their worlds into one. I think that that's really, really neat. And yeah, one thing that was also incredibly unique and new about Mario Maker 2 is the 3D World game style. Now, 3D World was a surprise for a lot of people, myself included, because 3D World is a 3D game, but they managed to translate 3D World into 2D so well. Like, it controls so good. Yeah, it's different than how it is, it's completely different to how 3D World is on you know, the Wii U and Switch, but it's still amazing that they were able to translate that seamlessly. The power-ups are great. You know, all the different parts that you can use for making levels is awesome in 3D World. And it's just an overall amazing addition and style. And another thing, Mario Maker 2 has 4 playable characters: Mario, Luigi, Toad, and Toadette. And what I find super unique is that Toad and Toadette weren't in a lot of these older Mario games. So they made brand new sprites for them, and like, you know, Mario Brothers 1, Mario Brothers 3, Mario World, and well, New Super Mario Brothers U already had all 4 of those characters. But 3D World having Toadette is actually crazy to me, because they I think they just reused lines from, like, you know, maybe Mario Kart or Mario Party games, but it's still cool that they made an all-new model for Toadette. And I just find it a little strange how they didn't include Toadette in 3D World plus Bowser's Fury, since they already had the 3D World model for her. But oh well, it is nice to have her. It is nice to have all 4 of these characters available. You could play as them in single player, and then you can also play them in multiplayer at the same time, which is also another cool feature of Mario Maker 2. Now, something about Mario Maker 2 is, like with any game, well, not all games, but some games, they tend to, you know, fade out of popularity once there's, like, lack of support. If you were around Mario Maker 2 since day one, you will know that Nintendo cut off support for this very, very quickly. The last update for Mario Maker 2, which was the World Maker update, was pretty much the last update where we didn't get any new, like, parts, but it was an ultimate update. We got a lot of things from Mario Maker from that final update. What is upsetting, though, that I don't think we're ever gonna get, is the fact that we still don't have this stupid change in the extra game styles where 3D World is. Why haven't they changed it? It is like, I don't understand why they haven't done it, or just call it 3D World, and that would make a lot of people happy. And I do have a theory that Super Mario Bros. 2 was going to be the next style, but due to COVID and wanting to, you know, maybe wrap up this game, they wanted to just kind of, you know, wrap it up and just throw it in as an SMB1 power-up. And the SMB2 mushroom is great. They literally made models for all these characters. Like, yeah, they did that with Link for the Master Sword, but for Mario, they change, like, when you're in single player, it uses the same model, but if you're in multiplayer, it just changes, like, the color. Like, there's red for Mario, green for Luigi, blue for Toad, and pink for Toadette. But yeah, in addition to new models, they also made a brand new Fire Luigi model from Super Mario Bros. 1. That somehow just clicked in my brain. I'm like, oh yeah, that happened, and I thought I should mention it. But anyways, we're not gonna get, I doubt we're gonna get a new game style, especially now, but honestly, I would still love to see a new style. They also ended Ninja speedruns back in April of 2021, but then they brought it back in November of 2021, thinking, okay, maybe there's gonna be more, and then we haven't gotten one since. It'd be awesome if we actually got a new Ninja for the 5 years of Mario Maker 2. That would be amazing. I think everybody would be so hyped. I would be super hyped to see it, but I don't know at the moment. But yeah. One thing that was a bit of a controversial change for Mario Maker 2 is the removal of amiibo costumes. And I'm kind of in that camp in a way. To me, Mario Maker 2's new items kind of made up for the lack of amiibo support, but it is still a bit unfortunate considering there were a lot of brand new amiibo between Mario Maker 1 and 2's life, and it would have been nice. It would have been a nice little way to keep players coming back if there was, like, an update to support more amiibos. But nevertheless, I guess the somewhat replacement for it is, of course, the Mii costumes, which the Mii costumes are super charming. I'm actually this year gonna try and get them all. I actually recently got #1 on the leaderboards if you check my community tab, which I was so hyped about, and all I really need now is 2,000 and 5,000 plays for this running shirt and the wind-up shoe, and 100 super expert clears, which is the anime camisole, and then the anime beret for 10,000 clears. I do think the costumes are a really nice addition to just dress up your Mii, and it's a nice way to, you know, reward players for doing accomplishments like that. So I think that's really neat. And Mario Maker 2 still retains a medal system. To me, the medal system in Mario Maker 2 is a lot more straightforward than how it was in Mario Maker 1. Oh yeah, and in Mario Maker 1, if your level didn't do good, Nintendo would just delete it. And when I had my Wii U, I think I remember them deleting a couple levels from that I made back on there. I mean, most of them were pretty bad, so I guess I kind of understand that, but they don't do that in Mario Maker 2, so yay. There are 10 medal categories in the game. There's Maker Points All Time, Maker Points Weekly, Clears, First Clears, World Records, Endless Easy, Endless Normal, Endless Expert, Endless Super Expert, and Multiplayer Versus. A lot of it is really unique, and I do really like what they did with all these different medals to achieve. And the community for Mario Maker 2, while it has certainly decreased since 2019, there is still somewhat of a community around. I mean, heck, I managed to get #1 on the leaderboards nearly 5 years after the game came out. But, so, I mean, it is still possible to do things like, maybe get your levels played or stuff like that. But, yeah. Another thing that Mario Maker 2 didn't really change from Mario Maker 1 was those stupid IDs. The only way you can really search up levels by name is with Maker Central, which isn't even official. It's a fan-made project, which is really neat. But for some reason, you still can't search up levels. You have to do an ID, but at least it's 9 characters instead of 16. But yeah, and I think that about wraps it up for this video. Again, I know this video was just kind of all over the place, but I kind of just wanted to reflect on the 5 years of Mario Maker 2. And the last thing I really want to talk about in this video is the story mode. I briefly talked about it earlier, but the story mode to me was a really cool addition to have. There was a story mode on Mario Maker for Nintendo 3DS, kind of, but this one in Mario Maker 2 is more straightforward, and it's more, it makes a lot more sense, in my opinion. And with that about covers everything I wanted to talk about. So I know this video was kind of like all over the place, just me kind of sharing my thoughts on Mario Maker 2, but 5 years of the game is crazy. It's insane how time flies, and half a decade is wild, and I'm super excited for what's next for Mario Maker 2. I know we probably aren't going to get a new game until the Switch 2 comes out, at the very least, but I know that this game it's brought me so much joy, and I love playing it, and I can't wait to continue to make content on it, and just I'm just incredibly grateful for it. And yeah, that's gonna do it for this video. Thank you all so much for watching. Happy 5 years of Super Mario Maker 2. Have a great day. I'll see you on the next one, and yeah, I'll see you guys later. Bye, guys.